Happy New Year to each and every one of you and your family. May 2026 be a year of happiness, love, joy, and success for you. That's my wish to you. Look at this lovely Christmas table. Look at the beautiful settings with crackers and everything. Christmas Eve. So a bit of frost this morning, quite chilly. So some pigs got out yesterday, the same area where they got out last year, and then I paid someone to fix it, and it was fixed. And it's obviously like a weakness. This is about the third year in a row that they lift up the fence in that particular spot. It gets fixed. They spend the next 6 months in year without escaping, and then put them back in. Within 2 days they've got that lifted up, sorted out, and then they're okay for the next 6 months. So this time I've got some of this Maria de Sol over here, a little bit left over, and I'm thinking if they try and lift it up, they're going to get those prickles onto them, and I think this is a bit stronger, so I struggled a bit with a hammer, so I might try wire it on. I've got the wire pliers, so I'm going to make some kind of a plan. So as you can see, this area has been shored up. Many times the electric fence doesn't work. It usually only works for 1 or 2 days, and then I don't know, that needs to get set up a bit better. But I have, hopefully, so I've got some wire, I've got a post, but the thing is, because you can't drive posts in properly over here because of the rock. And you can see over here, this is where they've now lifted up the fence. You can see, so it's between these two that they are now getting through. The good thing is that they brought themselves back. So this morning they were all back in the pen. I didn't have to go hunting for pigs. But I need to try and do something today. So not too sure how this is going to work, but I'm going to give it a go. I have all my things over there. So my plan is to lift up this piece of plank that's lying down here that they've knocked down, and then put it again, and then put the Maria de Sol. I know that's not what it's called, but I like to call it Maria de Sol. And then put the Maria de Sol in the front, and then wire it to these posts. And then that, I think it's going to be long enough. I'm hoping it's going to be long enough. And then, let's see how this goes. Okay, I've put this across here at the bottom. Now I'm going to get Maria de Sol and try and slip it in between, because I see this is a bit loose, this one. Try and slip it in between and then tie it together with wire. And then that should make it a bit more stable if it's going across. And then they can't push that out the way because I'll have the fence in front of it. That's the plan. Yeah. I tell you, the problem always when you get to the end of the wire, there's always something that stops you from being able to open it. And it's this thing over here. And I'm trying to bend it or cut it off, and it's not very easy. So I'm going to keep trying to just open up this roll of wire. So the moral of the story is never give up. I've managed to pull it off. Hopefully I can unravel the wire now. This is where an extra hand would be good, because this is quite tight to move. This was one of the culprits from yesterday. But yeah. Let me just keep trying. This is not proving to be easy. I just need a second pair of hands, but I do have some of the escape artists over here, Toffee lying over here. They're waiting for me to go so that they can go through again. It's snagged there again. I've got to undo it. I'm trying to do the wire, but I keep breaking it because that pliers, because someone had left it out. I think it needs some Q20 or whatever. It's very difficult to move, but yeah. As you can see, electric fence does nothing because it's not on, because it doesn't work. It's, yeah, not easy sometimes. I'm going to saw up some more wood today, because I've got a lot of kindling, but it's amazing how fast you get through the bigger pieces. So this next week, the forecast is for very, very cold weather. So need some more thicker pieces of wood. I've got a lot on the farm, I just need to cut it up. So they must have come and delivered the feed, but they didn't let me know they were here. They've left hay outside. I'd ordered 5 bales, I've only got 4. And that's what I had left. And yeah, my feed delivery. I've got to move these bags around so that I can get the hay in, because I don't want to leave it. If I'd known they'd come last night, then I would have moved the hay in. I don't know if I should leave the hay out to dry, because there's of the dew on it. Yeah, it's wet. I think I need to leave it. It's quite a nice day. It's quite cold. But if I take this hay inside now, because it spent the night out, it's wet, so it'll just go moldy. So I've got to let this dry off and then move it in later. But definitely only 4 bales, but I've been charged for 5 because I ordered 5. Enjoying the sun, are you? Sitting on top of the roof of the woodshed. Sun is out, but it is icy cold. Quite a wind blowing today. As you can see, icy cold wind. So I'm going to cut up some wood now. see, this is how the fence was bolstered to stop pigs jumping over the chicken wire and then through the sheep fencing. What are you all doing? It's not feeding time yet. It's too early. Too early. Nearly forgot. I got to move this hay in. Last time I moved the 10 bales of hay, my back was completely shot for about probably almost a month. So hopefully this will go a bit better. I should also move all of this onto the pallet over there because it's not on the pallet. So let me do that, and then I've got space then for the straw. Not the straw, the hay. Nothing like moving a couple of 25 kilo bags of feed, but the sheep think it's feeding time because I'm in the feed shed. And we have to keep the feed with the bucket because the cats come and eat the sheep food and the pig food. If it's not covered up. The hay, it's nice and dry now, so that all that dew that was on it has dried off. I definitely need to move like the rest of these bags. I've moved quite a few, but I got to pace myself with my back, and there's no rain forecast, so hopefully it'll be okay, because it does, this that's made of this paper is quite fragile, let's put it that way. So when it gets damp, it just breaks open and makes a mess. So I need to move these. There's still 6 more of these to move. I've already moved 6, 7, 8 bags. These 6, and then that's plastic, so that doesn't get damp like the paper one. But tomorrow's another day. I've got to move the wheat bran bags as well, because if it is, there's no rain forecast, but if it is going to rain, those get very damp as well. But those ones I think are 30 kilos each. So yeah, I've learnt I can't do everything in one go, so I'll do what I can and then I'll do the rest later. I might move some more this evening when I come and do, or later afternoon when I do feeding. But of course, as soon as the sheep hear me and the pigs see me, and then they all think it's feeding time, even if they've just been fed. So yeah, quite funny. They have so much grazing in here, but as soon as they see me, they go running to the gate, and it's not feeding time yet. Yes, not feeding time yet. Maybe in another half hour or so. He's so beautiful, William. Yes, Kate. Kate doesn't have an udder, but she's definitely starting to look like she's expanding. Yes, Mavis and Maud. Not going out time. And oh, I must tell you, so I've decided to call this little ram lamb. You're blocking the view there, Kate. I've decided to call the ram lamb. You've got a loud voice there, Freckles. So I've decided to call the lamb the Duke of Wellington, because if Freckles just moves out of the way, it's always got to be about you, Freckles. Seriously. But it looks like he's got a pair of Wellington boots on at the back. So, let's see if I can try and show you. I can't show you his Wellington boots because they keep coming. Wait. What's it, Mizzy Lizzie? These Wellington boots. The Duke of Wellington. Duke for short. This looks like this could be part of someone's car lying over here on the road. I hope it's not mine. So this is part of the farm I don't come to much. There are still got some big eucalyptus trees down here. I do use them for various building projects, but this is all big rocks, big boulders over here, all along here. But I just wanted to show you the fence that I fixed yesterday. Sorry for the wind. You can see these boulders are just crazy. Look at them. It's quite a descent over here as well. Oh, a great fallen tree that can be used for firewood. Hopefully it won't be too hard. Eucalyptus often gets very hard if you don't cut it up straight away. But here's another one. All these big branches over here can definitely be cut up. So here you can see I've put up Maria de Sol. Yes, Maggie and Chris over here checking it out. But this is what I did yesterday. And luckily Marius arrived for a visit, and so I managed to ask him to just help hold things and help me tighten things so it's on quite securely. So once again you can see it's quite a steep incline to the top. So a big pile of wood that can still be sorted for burning in the fireplace. Oh my goodness, Lizzie. So this is quite a lot of wood, just some of it, a little bit of it, that I've pulled out of the top pig pen. This has got, yeah, now they're going to come running. They think it's feeding time. So these are the pigs that didn't want to go into the field pen. So they are in here. This is next to the sheep. But I'm going to start, there's some big trunks here. I'm going to drag a couple down. So Gingerbread is obviously in season because she's managed to break in to the pen with all the boys, and I'm not too sure where exactly that is, and wherever she broke in, I think that's where there's that dog running again. I think it might be the shepherd's dog. Wherever she broke in, she broke out of, I'll have to tell you the whole story about Gingerbread and the sheep thing, but wherever she broke in, Toffee has now gone through, because I've seen her on the wrong side of the fence. So it's in that area again that I just showed you earlier that I had fixed. So it's got to be somewhere else along there that she's broken out, that Toffee has now managed to get out. But yeah, the Gingerbread saga continues. I mean, the boys don't break out to go to the females, but the females will do anything to get to the boys. So I'm looking now to see how Gingerbread got out from the sheep's pen, because I want to just make sure that the sheep aren't going to be able to get out. I don't know how she got out. This is the thing with her. It's very difficult to find out how she gets out. She is an escape artist like you can't believe. So I'm not too sure. Was it here? No, she can't have got out through there. So the story with Gingerbread is that when I weaned the piglets and the three moved, and the three other mothers and Gingerbread, so the four mothers were moved into the big field so they could have some time to recover before I put them in with the males. Gingerbread only lasted in there one day, and then I was away, but the people looking after the farm got her back in with the piglets. She just wanted to get back in with the piglets, and so she stayed in there. So when I got back from my travels, I weaned the piglets again, because then I had all 4 litters drinking off gingerbread. So I put gingerbread into the oak pen, at the oak forest pen, because I knew she would probably get out from this pen. We call it the hideaway pen, the fields pen. And lo and behold, she managed to sort of escape and lift up the fence from the oak pen, which she had never done before. And she'd been in there for probably about a year. And then, well, not a year, maybe 6 months. And then she, so every feeding time, she was inside the sheep's pen. So before I did the feed, I had to always, she follows the bucket quite easily. So she just followed the bucket. I put her back in the oak pen, feed the sheep, and then she would, stay there for I don't know how long. And then, but the morning when I would come to do the feeding again, she would be back. She was back in the sheep pen. So as soon as she finished eating, she was in the sheep pen. And in the sheep pen, she's caused like a little bit of havoc. Like she's always a big one that loves tearing top. So she's torn all the top off the sheep's shelter. So after I was cutting wood, I noticed that I didn't see gingerbread anywhere. And so I was going to just finish with the wood. And when I was going to do the feeding, I was going to look for gingerbread again. But as I was walking to do the pig's water, I saw gingerbread is in the field pen. So she broke out of the sheep pen. I've searched, I can't see anywhere where she got out of the sheep's pen. There's no sign of that. Anyway, she got out of the sheep pen and she went to go and find herself a man, because a female sow, well, sow is a female. But anyway, when a sow is in season, they are desperate for just one thing. Anyway, so I am surmising she broke in the area where I had fixed everything. And there's no sign, so I don't think she broke in that spot that I had fixed. I think she's found another area to break in. And then I happened to notice Toffee on the other side of the fence. So Toffee is now broken out where Gingerbread broke in. Gingerbread is just, I can't actually contain her anywhere excepting with the piglets. But, I can always put her back in there. But where in the field, she's got grazing. In the oak pen, she's got grazing. In the maternity wards, there isn't grazing. So she's breaking out of grazing areas. But anyway, hopefully her milk seems to have dried up. And she's just causing havoc everywhere, really. So I'm going to have to go and look for Toffee now, but I'm going to feed the other animals in the meantime. And I've been doing quite a bit of sewing. Every night I'm sitting and I'm busy making like squares. So my daughter-in-law is wanting I suppose autumn colors, like yellow, orange, browns, etc. So, and I've got like some nice African prints. And so what I'm doing is I'm making the squares first, and then I'll be joining them together. So every night I've been sitting here watching the Block Australia 2025. I've just watched the auction episode now, and I'm such a softie. The first couple that won, when they got to making 420,000 profit, I sat here and I could feel my eyes well up with tears. I was so proud for them. I don't know who they are, but yeah. Okay, so this is what I'm doing at the moment. Watching and sewing. Some days can sometimes not go as planned. It can be a bit of a struggle, especially when you have a professional escape artist. Well, that's it for today's video. So in the meantime, stay sane, stay safe, and I'll see you on the next video.